welcome. Good morning to the first edition of the Weekend Spot Plays with Scotty. I'm Scotty McKeever in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and I'm excited to be with you today. Essentially, the show concept is I've scanned all the races from both tracks, or from all tracks for both Saturday and Sunday. I'm mostly looking for winners and free squares. You'll see some favorites, but a lot of times what I am looking for is a horse maybe that the odds maker has got a bad morning line. We've got it as a lower morning line, and some of the other metrics are matching up. So I'm looking for a lot of that. I'll definitely have prices as well. Those will be in there, but we're looking for free squares. So remember that. I think that's important to know. And sometimes I'm going to come with some suggested wagers for sure. Exactas, sometimes horizontals. In fact, for tomorrow, I liked many of races at Santa Anita. It just kind of naturally happened. And hopefully I'm right about it, because if I am right, it's going to be a good day. So let's get out to the first spot play. This happens to be race number 10 at Gulfstream Park for today. And as soon as Brian can get that up on the screen, there it is. Okay. So Hope in Him is the 5 horse who is going to most likely be your favorite. 5-2. It's got a lot of speed. What I really liked about this horse, it's fast, fast, fast. I mean, really fast. In fact, this horse has won 3 straight races on the surface and distance. 5 furlongs synthetic. Today's 5 furlongs in synthetic. And this horse is just so fast, I think it could probably win a stakes race right now. It's in great form for, Jose Ortiz is aboard for Barry Croft. So I think this horse will be an easy winner. I think he'll be very tough to run down. And I think he's going to go 4 for 4. We're going to take a look at this 12-15 past performance and just watch this. It was super, super impressive. Take a look at the 3 horse here. And this wasn't a terrible field.
They're in the gate. And they're off. Step slow to start, reserve not attained. Excellent beginning for Hope in Him, who fires forward for a clear lead. The mares are on the chase with War of Ages and Bahamian Moon, the nearest pursuers. Away racing in 4th is Granger County with reserve not attained next. Out the back early are Kasim and Mighty Tough.
Now, Bahamian Moon, the 8 horse, is a very useful horse. Hard knocking and very fast as well. And this 3 is in hand and well ahead of the 8. Very, very impressive. And look at 20-2 quarter mile. That is lightning fast. And look at this horse is in hand.
As they run to the top of the stretch. Hope in Him is blazing a trail out here. He's now 3/16 from home and still.
Take a look at this half mile.
Bahamian Moon is second. War of Ages is
just
third. They're not
43-2. And the 8's a nice horse, and the 8's finishing and well back to 3rd place. Right. So very impressive with the 3 horse going gate to wire. I think you're going to see another one of those efforts. So it's 5-2. This horse is not going to go off at 5-2, unfortunately. It's going to be the favorite. But it's got, look, you can see 3 straight wins going 5 furlongs in the synthetic. You can tell the trainer's been patient. He's been waiting for this horse, or waiting for them to ride a race of where the horse would fit at these conditions. If you look at the workouts, just maintenance drills. I'm sure this horse is ready to go, and I think Hope in Him is gonna be really, really tough to beat. So hopefully you've got a free square there in race number 10 from Gulfstream Park. Okay, let's get out to Santa Anita, race number 2. And I'm looking at a horse. Race number 2. We're going to look at the 3 horse Golden Spa. Now, tried the turf, didn't like the turf. Okay, so throw that out. That was a tougher field as well. Look at this drop in class. Drop from a 50 to a 42. This effort 2 back gets the same conditions where this horse was 19%, but now is 43%, and has the EE long shot to catch. So I might suggest doing an exacta with the 1 horse who could get away up front. And you might want to just look at that 1 horse, okay? But let's look at this past race here at Santa Anita Park and take a look at this effort from Golden Spot. It was only in my mind a 2 horse race between the 6 and the 7, and it materialized that way. But I think what you're going to see here is this horse was in between horses, and I was really impressed.
Little brother Joey and Golden Spa come out well. Stafford the Cup is now moving up inside of them. Lampy didn't have the best of beginnings, but is now 4th and angled to the outside, pretty keen to go after the leader.
Dan, I was up till 3:30 in the morning handicapping. Thank you.
Scar.
Yeah, it was
Backstretch, battle up top. Stafford.
yeah, it was, and I was up at 6:30 this morning, walked over to Starbucks, got some coffee, came back and did it again. But look at here, you see how this horse is dueling in between? That's not a comfortable position. The reason I'm really liking Golden Spa today is because when a horse never gets a chance to breathe and still finishes like this against decent animals, and arguably these are easier today than what Golden Spa faced on this day. And you'll see here at the end that this horse really hung in there pretty darn good. Watch.
A 16th to run, little brother Joey, Golden Spa. These two now go on. Little brother Joey.
And the 7 horse had a perfect trip from that outside post. The 6 horse took the worst of it and did that. So I was pretty impressed with that horse. I think you should take a strong look at Golden Spa today. It's the EquinEdge second pick. It is 6-5 on the morning line odds maker, 9-5 EquinEdge. EquinEdge second pick, 43%. I looked at Pacific States, this horse. I wasn't that impressed. I think we can beat this 5. I think Golden Spa is the horse to beat. All right. All right. That's Santa Anita race number 2. Let's go to race number 4 at Santa Anita. And I like the 3 horse Saddle Up Jesse. It's EquinEdge long shot, 9-2 EE morning line, top win percentage, only 21% in the race. So what that means is I'm not so afraid of 9% when the top win percentage is 24%. So it doesn't scare me. Also, this horse wants dirt. Watch, you'll take a look at this. Goes from a 55 GSR to a 64 GSR. So this horse has wanted dirt all along. And the trainer, Callahan, has had this horse on the dirt. And Dettori jumps aboard. Also, this 10 horse, you might want to look at the 10 that had a perfect trip in last off the 10. Let's see here. Spadilla. What are my notes on that horse? I didn't think, that's right. I didn't think that the 10 horse was all that in here. There's another horse that is the 10 that I thought could be in the money in another race, but not this one. I think Saddle Up Jesse, who's 9-2 on the EquinEdge morning line, second top GSR by a point. And again, the top win percentage, the 10, I didn't think this 10 was all that. It was 10, it was 23%, had a perfect trip last time out, draws wide again. I'm seeing a similar trip. In fact, this horse might even be further back this time. So I think we can probably beat the 10. I like the EquinEdge long shot very much. So what's up, Chuck? How are you? Okay, so that's race number 4. We've got the 3 horse, the EquinEdge long shot, Saddle Up Jesse. Okay, let's go to Oakland Park race number 4. Now we've been in fuego over at Oakland Park. People have been telling me this, and I went and looked at it yesterday. And if you look at the last week or so, Oakland Park's been in fuego. So you might want to take a look at Oakland Park. I am on the 1 horse Hypersport. Was very impressive maiden score in her second lifetime start. Really good connections. And 4 second place finishes. Saez jumps aboard. I just thought this horse was going to be ultra tough. 7-5 on the odds makers morning line. Or excuse me, I'm sorry, not Hypersport. Adeline Julia. I think we can beat Hypersport. Excuse me. And take a look at this horse. Watch this maiden breaker. It was so impressive for Diodoro, and Torres is aboard. I think this horse right back. I don't necessarily love the rail, but I don't think it's going to matter. I think Hypersport's not that great. The EquinEdge morning line at 7-2. I didn't think the 9 horse Can't Believe It was that great. So I think you can come back here with this 1 horse to beat winners. This is not really that strong of a winner's field. So when you see 46 here, I think the horse can handle the rise in class, and I like Adeline Julia to win the race. So Fairgrounds has been killing it as well, Eric. Right on. All right, so let's get out to Fairgrounds. Speaking of Fairgrounds, how about race number 1 at Fairgrounds? And man, they have 14 races. Big day over at Fairgrounds today. And Olivia G. I love Olivia G today. 7-2 on the odds makers morning line. We all know we're not getting that. 8-5 on the EquinEdge morning line. 53%. Has a 68 pace, but the horse, the 7 horse, I think will stop. I don't think this horse is that great. So I think the 1 is going to get a good trip. And when you look at the pace scenario here, It's only the 1 in 7. 7 has 2 second-place finishes. I think Olivia G is gone. This race that I think we can get a look at it. No, we couldn't. I looked at it though. That's right. We don't have the video, but I can tell you this horse had no breather in that last start and ran good, broke slow. There's nothing like that in here. I think Olivia G is gone. I think you can single this horse. The winner in here in the last race that she faced, Olivia G, was a pretty nice darn horse, and it was also well back to third place. And that's the number 4 horse, who I think this horse is going to finish. I think you're looking at the 4 horse being in the exacta or trifecta, and this horse might go off at 6, 7, 8 to 1. And you have a first-time starter in the 8 horse, 2 Jet. First-time starter, EquinEdge long shot. Whenever you have that, I think this horse is well meant today. And I really don't know how this horse is going to run. Going to have to be very good first-time starter to beat Olivia G, who's got 2 races under her belt. So, but look at those horses. I'm probably going to single Olivia G. I don't think the 4 horse can beat Olivia G. I just am not sure about the first-time starter EquinEdge long shot. Okay, and James is saying it's sloppy over at Fairgrounds. So, but take a strong look at the 8. But Olivia G looks like the real deal in this race, and I really like much more than ready to be in the money. You know, second, third, somewhere like that. So just do your bets accordingly. It seems to be wet, it's overcast, and clouds is what the weather widget is saying. Okay, that's race number 1 at Fairgrounds. Let's go to race number 12 at Fairgrounds. And I like the 5 horse, Chop Chop. In fact, I love the 5 horse Chop Chop. I think this horse is going to have a big future. So the Brad Cox trains this horse. Florent Drew jumps aboard. Florent Drew got off of this horse, the Alley's Look, who's also trained by Brad Cox. Now, you might get confused here because if you look at Saez, who's aboard, he's higher percentage than Florent Drew. But I think they have big plans for Chop Chop. And Florent Drew is going to be here to ride this horse always, where Louis Saez isn't. And so I think that they put Florent Drew on the better horse. And not to mention, the jockey trainer combo is 24%, but it's 270 samples. So you know who Brad Cox's go-to is Florent Drew. So I think that Chop Chop is gone. 4 to 5 EquinEdge morning line, 25%. I'm surprised that's not 60 or 70%. I think these are decent animals, but I think this horse is something special. Didn't break good in the last 2 races. Look, it broke slow in the Al Sabayed. And look at this. Still got second by a half a length. This is a super, super nice horse. And this field is literally nothing compared to what Chop Chop has been facing. I love this horse. All right, let's go to race number 7 at Golden Gate Fields. Secret Treasure. The GSR is very solid, 72. It is going up a little bit, was squeezed at the rail down the stretch. This horse was. And so we're going to take a look at this 1226 race where this horse was the 3 horse. So we'll take a look. Was only 12% this day, mind you. So it was a wide open race. And we're going to take a look at the 3.
And they're off. Hawker is sent out for the early lead. Zihuatanejo has some early gas. Low Expectations is up and on the pace, as is the first-time starter, Escape Artist, who splits rivals and puts his head in front into the first turn. It's Escape Artist just in front. Hawker at the rail. Yep. Low Expectations outside of them.
I don't even think Florent Drew is going to screw this one up, Justin. I don't think.
And about 3 lengths off the lead. Zihuatanejo settles in 5th. The gray is Secret Treasure along the inside, and Maltese.
All right, so I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly, the trouble is on the rail.
Those 2 have passed Cosmic Soul with a 1/4 mile to go. Then comes Maltese Falcon there at the top of the
So this is the 3 in the orange cap right here. Okay. And right now getting squeezed immediately by the 1. Squeezed. Right there, has nowhere to go. Has horse. You can see he's trying to get through, but he just can't get through. I think that, look at, and all, now watch. Hopefully we're going to see a gallop out here if I remember correctly. And you're going to see in the orange cap, he's got a ton of horse right here, a ton of horse. I think this horse is going to be tough to beat. And Secret Treasure has a much better number here now, and so I would look at this horse. Second EquinEdge pick, top EquinEdge GSR, top win percentage with the one horse Bluegrass Rider, who's the EquinEdge long shot. You got two 30% horses. DeLuna, I didn't love this DeLuna. I really like Secret Treasure, and Bluegrass Rider could get up for second, the EquinEdge long shot. So going to go with the 7 Secret Treasure, and that covers the races for Saturday. All right, so now we're going to go on to Sunday. You're gonna think I planned this, but I honestly didn't plan this. But first, we're going to go to Sunday, and we're going to go to Aqueduct, and we'll go to race number 3. All right, the 5 horse La Vida Sofia. On paper, this horse really doesn't look that great, but facing tougher horses, this is an easier field. The 6 horse ran a really good race breaking its maiden, but then has been off. That was at Monmouth Park. It wasn't particularly a strong field, and it raced in September. I think the 5 horse with its pace is going to sit a really good trip. I think the 3, the 2, the 4, these horses in front, they're not that great. Then you look at the 5, who's got the top of the SOR, going to sit right behind the 2, 3, and 4, going to get a perfect trip. And I think the 5 horse can be tough right behind the speed. And this horse seems to be training phenomenally, like really training good. You can see the workouts, 45 of 117, 7 of 123, 65 of 146. I mean, this horse is just doing really, really well. Catches the field it can beat. I think Lascano Rodriguez, I think they're going to get a win here on La Vida Sofia. Okay, that is Aqueduct race number 3. This is Sunday we're covering, so that's Sunday. This is where it gets crazy. Again, I did not plan this. So I want you to be prepared to play a possible pick 5, add a few horses that you like. I literally have a single in the first 7 races of Santa Anita. First 7 races. First one, Classy. Faced winners last time out. Pratt comes back aboard. These were better horses, obviously, than what's lined up in here. 2 races ago, that was not a bad effort. We're going to look at the 11-13 race, though, against winners, okay? And pretty impressive. Oh, no, it was at Del Mar. We can't look at that one. Let's look at this 1 mile race. The horse broke from the, I think it was the 13 post. Yeah, Classy. Now, this horse, the 9 horse that actually won that race, came back to get second in that stakes race. So take a look. There's not an easy post to break from. This is a wide open race. The 9 horse proved to be a pretty nice horse. But let's take a look. We're looking at the 13 horse. And it did get a little bit wide. That's not an easy place to be, folks. When you see right there, what's up, Razor?
We're in the gate.
You hit that golden hour yesterday? Sweet.
And
Yeah, the coast to coast, we're going to cover that. But look what the 13 is right now. And has to rush up to get, and look at how he's able to do that. That is all, that's all class of that horse. Now he's going to grab the horse, and the horse is a little bit ranked because he was a little bit confused because he was being asked early. Okay. And then now the horse is going to be wide. Okay. You see that? So, I mean, not terribly wide, but wide enough, especially around these turns. And then coming down the stretch, look. And those 2 horses, the 9 horse came back to get second in an allowance, a pretty nice allowance race. So we're not going to deal with any of that wide stuff. I think, and I also don't think Tier Garden is that great. The 3 horse might go gate to wire, can rate if it needs to, but I think the 3 horse is the horse to beat. What's up, Billy? You had that golden hour. Yeah, so many people got a hold of me and said they hit the golden hour yesterday. So Justin and I, thanks for Justin for letting me work with him. That was awesome. And but I think Classy is going to be all class today and is going to be classy enough to beat this field. All right, so that's race number 1 here from Santa Anita. All right, let's go to race number 2. Again, you can play a pick 5, maybe some rolling pick 3s. Pick 4. Here in race number 2, I like the speed horse, Saturday Heist. This horse might not go off as the favorite because Little Rachel is going to probably go off as the favorite. Henry's Crazy Train, who I'm not very impressed with, but has a good win percentage. But the 6 horse can run here. And we're going to look at the 10-1 past performance. Now, in this 10-1 past performance, you'll see you face Little Rachel, who's going to be your favorite. Now, look at the pace that was lined up. Ekalov went to the lead. if you look at this race, it's not going to play out this way this time. There's a lot of pace in here, and Saturday Heist needs the lead. So watch what happens early. And the horse didn't run a bad race, and Little Rachel was the benefactor of all this speed early on. So again, we're looking at the 2-horse Saturday Heist. If you want to look at the 5 Little Rachel, you can do that as well, because she's going to be your favorite.
And they're off. Annie Graham is quick to take the early.
So 2 breaks a little slow in this race.
On the inside faster.
The 1's very fast, rushes up. And you can see in between horses right now, not a good place to be if you're a horse that actually needs the lead. Hey, Gary.
2 more back to Tiz a Master.
This 2 needs the lead and is sitting like that. The 2 can rate a little bit, but that's not a comfortable position for a horse, knowing it's got horses to its outside, to its inside. And they're going 22. That's very fast. And look how far back the 5 is, just kind of cruising. It's going to need pace. Certainly not the type of horse you single. Now the 2 is in the lead right now. But they're all struggling. You can see on the outside, the 4 is struggling, the favorite. The 2 is struggling. The 1 is done.
Just behind them, Bowl of Cherries.
And then the 5 is going to pick them up.
The final furlong, and here comes Bowl of Cherries on the outside, and from the back, Little Rachel is coming with a dangerous.
They are stopping. This horse is not finishing. Erupting. I love Frank's call there. It's an optical illusion. This horse is definitely not erupting, but I love the call and I love Frank. But that horse was the benefactor of a 22 and 45 half. That's all it was. Today, look at this. This horse has a 77. The next closest pace is a 47. And the favorite, Little Rachel, who will be your favorite, is mired on the rail. So might even check back a little bit more. And then I wasn't impressed with, I watched the backtrack. I think we can beat this 4-horse. He'll be coming, but I do think we can beat this 4. I think the Saturday Heist is lone speed and going to be really tough, and you're going to have to hold the 1 off late. That's what I think is going to happen. All right. That's race number 2 from Santa Anita Park. Race number 3. Again, right now we are looking at Sunday. If you're just joining us, we've already covered Saturday. Now, I'm going to put Saturday. I won't put Sundays up until tomorrow morning as far as my Scotty spot plays. So you'll see that. But after this show, I will put up today's spot plays. So if you are an EquinEdge subscriber, then you will get those. You will see those plays come through. So you have to subscribe to be able to get those plays. So you'll see those. So it'll make it easy for you to follow those plays today. If you're coming late and you didn't have a chance, I think Brian as well is going to show a banner with all the Scotty spot plays for today and also for tomorrow. Okay. Race number 3. Maven has had so many big pace advantages and lost. I can't even tell you. This horse might be worth trying to beat. And that being said, Chaos Theory is going to finish pace, no pace. This horse is going to finish, has 3 wins. I think Chaos Theory is gone. 2-1 on the odds makers morning line, 8-5 EquinEdge morning line, has 3 wins at the condition, which means 5.5 furlongs on the turf. And Barrios knows this horse as well, been aboard. So I think this horse is going to be really tough. We'll take a look at the 11:26 race. And I think the distance only helps Chaos Theory. Is getting an extra half of a furlong here. Oh, it's a Del Mar race. We can't look at that race. I don't have approval for that. Can't show that race. But I did watch that race, and I can tell you that an extra half furlong is certainly not helping the 6 horse and will only help the 7. Okay. Well, you'll be able to see it right now, Gary. From what I'm being told, some people aren't getting the Scotty spot plays, but but you'll be able to see them. Maybe take a picture of it with your phone. Okay, Brian's gonna show the overview of it. But I want to say a lot of people are getting the Scotty spot plays, and they see it. It shows up on your screen right here where the upcoming races is, and then it'll also be a banner next to this video button right here. There'll be a banner next to the track with all the details and stuff. So yeah, here's an example of Saturday right here. So these are all my spot plays for today. So take a picture of that so you can follow along or bet. And then Brian will do that for Sunday after we're done with covering this. But thank you, Brian, for that. Again, I think you're not getting them, Gary. Do me a favor when you get a chance, just reach out to Brad and ask him to if he can get you on there. He can press a button and get you on there. All right, and I'll give him the approval to give that to you. Not everybody gets them. We weren't even. This was supposed to be a test, and next thing you know, it's out to everybody. And now I feel bad. I don't want to take them away. So, Chaos Theory looks really solid to me, guys. Okay, race number 4. I did not plan this. I did not plan this at all. In fact, I really struggled yesterday. This morning, I was just on a roll, and I was feeling it. Sometimes you look at the screen and you've got brain fog, and you're like, that was last night for me. And then I woke up, and I was up till 3:30. And then all of a sudden, I just pounded out Sunday really fast, and it happened to be Santa Anita. So in race number 4, I am on Kiss Me Cat, the 5. Your pace, 9 to 5 EquinEdge morning line. Top EquinEdge pick, has a good GSR. I think this horse is going to go gate to wire. And let's see if I have a video for this. We do have a video. I think we do. All right, so let's take a look at this video. This was back in 2021. Okay, so now we're in 2023. I get it. But this horse is so much classier than these. And Kristen Mulhall's not putting this horse in for $20,000. And she will have a horse ready. So let's take a look. This was a first-time starter at the time, and Big Novel has come back to be a really decent animal. You can see what this horse did in non-graded stakes races, and then Bold Choice, not bad as well. You can see has had a decent career. Having a hard time getting through maidens, but this horse has always run. Okay, so this was a first-time starter, Kiss My Cat at the time. So we're looking at the 7 horse.
And they're off.
And I like a lot when a first-time starter breaks good, because so many of them don't.
They're followed by Madiha through the opening.
And remember, your winner here, Big Novel, was 6 to 5, and has had a really good career.
And Big Novel is advancing at the rail.
And you can see well in hand here.
The field are Bold Choice and She's a Lady, Unwritten Showbiz. Bold Choice at the rail.
And look how far back.
Big Novel takes aim at Kiss My
And
Cat.
Then you can see here the 7 horse is getting late. Really getting late, actually. But Big Novel isn't exactly pulling away. And then the 2 catches the 7.
A 16th to go, and
so,
Big Novel is home. Big Novel and Joe Bravo cruise in by about.
Now the horse is in for 50. I think it's going to be good enough to beat this field. You worry about the layoff a little bit, but I think this horse is going to be great. Okay. Well, and a lot of that's so good, Tony. I'm so happy for you. That's awesome. And the Golden Hour, we gave out that Golden Hour as well yesterday. Let's take a look at that ticket. I'll show it to you guys, and we'll come back to Santa Anita. But the Golden Hour, we gave this out. Somebody had asked Justin and I to do the Golden Hour. It wasn't part of the plans, but we had initially had a $144 ticket, but a horse got scratched, and so it became, I think, 120. Yeah, there it is. So this 4 horse, Club Cal, who was 12 to 1 on the odds makers morning line, ended up winning that race, but then 1 or 5 won, but we're not showing the results here on the Golden Hour. We should be. That's a bug. But anyways, it did come in, and for $120, and it paid like almost $1,000, right? So that was good. So I'm so glad you hit that, Tony. That's great. Okay, let's get back to Sunday, and we're getting back to Santa Anita, and we've already covered the first 4 races. Now in race number 5, I like Southern King. I think especially if the rail is out, this horse is fast. I don't really respect Larry Legend's speed. If you look here, I don't even know that the jockey will even send this horse. Victor Espinoza is not really that aggressive. And I will say this, but this horse seems to need the lead. So if I'm looking at a horse like this, the EquinEdge long shot that needs a lead, and so does the 1, but the 1 is faster. I just have to go with the 1. But I will say this, I'm going with the 1. This is the only race where maybe I'm a little concerned. And that is that this 2 could get a good trip if the 4 duels with the 1. So if I'm adding a horse, it would only be the 2 overdue. Okay, so but I do like Southern King. I'm hoping that Niles Channel breaks slow, and the one can go gate to wire. But again, the 2-horse could set a good trip. We'll see what happens. But one of the reasons why I went with the 1 is because of the way the rail's been so far out, and it's really tough to catch horses on the lead. Okay, that's race number 5. Race number 6, I'm on the 2-horse, Harlow Cap. I like this Bob Baffert horse. I like it a lot. It's 8-5, 4-5 on the EquinEdge morning line. In this horse's last race, I'm going to show you this video, had trouble in the first turn. The GSR actually goes up from 72 to 75. It has the top GSR, second top GSR. And I'm going to tell you right now, in case I forget, I think this 1-horse flat on. This was the 10-horse I was talking about. This horse had the 10-hole, added blinkers, was wide, rushed up. I can't tell you how impressive this horse was. And it has the top GSR. I believe Harlow Cap's going to win this race. And I think maybe fairly easily. But I think flat on, who's 6-1 morning line, you need to use that horse. So throw the 1 in there somewhere, at least in the exotics, okay? But Harlow Cap, let's watch this past performance. It was pretty impressive. First turn, I want you to watch that this horse, first of all, broke slow, then rushed up, then checked up. Okay, so it was very impressive. So Harlow Cap is the 4-horse. And by the way, if you're curious, the 10-horse here is flat on, who's the 1-horse today or tomorrow. Okay, so let's watch this race. So you're looking at the 4 and you're looking at the 10.
They're in the gate. And they're off.
A slow break.
Navy Man is quickest out of the gate. Far outside,
now,
flat on
the jockey asks him right here to get position, and watch this.
And Harlow
now, this
Cap
is a huge checkup.
Steadied hard. Couldn't get
steadied hard.
And Harlow Cap steadies it.
Okay, now I want you real quickly, watch the 10-horse. Rushed up, and look at how wide this 10-horse is. Now that's the 1-horse tomorrow. Okay, and runs a really good race. Okay, now we're going to get back to the 4.
Just behind them,
now watch the 4 does. The 4 says, I'm not waiting for you. After all that trouble, slow start, checking up hard the first turn, and then rushes up there. Okay. And then finishes second in that race. There's nothing in here, including the other Baffert, that seems to even compare to this horse. I think Harlow Cap is a single. And then the 1 there flat on deserves some sort of credit to be in the exotics. Oh, it's only going to be out 10 feet. That's really great information. Thank you for that. I don't think it really changes anything for me, but that's good to know. So again, Harlow Cap. And the last one for today is race number 7. And I tried to keep going, but I didn't see anything else. But I really did. There is some cheap speed in here. Conch Daddy, I think, is going to stop. I wasn't impressed with this horse here at all. And this is going to be part of the pace. I just really felt like the setup is going to be here for Daniel's Magic, who, by the way, is been in the money in all 5 tries against a 58 average SOR group going 6 furlongs on the turf. Gets the pace set up. I think this horse is going to be, tough to wrangle in. And then I want to look at this 10-15 race. We're looking at the 2, Daniel's Magic.
Jumbo in the center of the course, out alertly. 1 Silk Stocking. Here's Santos to Wilson and Commander Kai on the far outside.
So now you can see here the 2-horse broke slow, now kind of moving up.
Wilson just ahead. Commander Kai gets over
has to check up right here.
Home.
Okay, we're looking at the horse in the green right here.
Jumbo clearly second. 1 Silk Stocking takes third.
And the horse has been behind horses the entire time, really never getting a chance to stretch its legs. It's got plenty of horse here. And then you can see on the outside. And they were crawling. So for that horse to do what it did was pretty impressive. It's going to get a way better setup today and against easier horses. And one of the ways you can do this is, if we look at Daniel's Magic, let's get rid of this. You can see in front of Daniel's Magic, there was a 24% horse here, 24% horse here, a 6-1 EquinEdge morning line here. So there was some horses here where when you look here, these horses, not very strong. They're kind of average. And when you see that, you're like, okay, we know this horse is going to close. We know there's going to be pace. I really like Daniel's Magic today, actually. So I think this is for tomorrow. Don't forget. The last 7 races we've covered here are for, or 8 races are for tomorrow. So Brian, can we show an overview of Sunday? And so these are the Scotty spot plays for Sunday right here. You can see starting off at Aqueduct, and then after that, the first 7 races of Santa Anita. Again, that's tomorrow. And then can we show Saturday one more time, please, Brian? There we go. There's a look at Saturdays. That's today. And we've got those plays, and 7 plays today in all. I'm going to put Saturdays up here in about 10 minutes from now, so you'll be able to see that. And really appreciate you. Thank you, Brian, by the way, and thank you guys for joining. This is the first show we've got for the weekend spot plays with Scotty. We'll be doing this every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern time, and I think it's perfect time to do it. Remembering back in the old days when we would listen to the radio program 7 in the morning, it kind of reminded me of that, where we can go over spot plays. Maybe we'll have some guests once in a while, and then it kind of kicks off our weekend, doesn't it? Right? So we can start making our plays and our bets and our strategies and stuff like that. So I'm pumped up to do it, and I appreciate you guys' support. We all do. Big shout out to Brad and team as well, and everybody on the front end, Emlyn and Anna, of course, and there's so many of them I can't even mention, but thank you. You guys are the most important part of this that make this work. The EquinEdge community is the best. I really hope the best for you guys today and this weekend. Also, I'm doing a coast-to-coast show at, I believe it's 3 p.m. Eastern time. You can get all these notifications if you click on the bell here on YouTube. Just click on that bell. You'll get all the notifications. And if you don't mind, before you leave, if you can click on the thumbs up and like the show. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time.